guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have a really sad story to share with you guys, and I hope you guys can learn from my personal experience. So here's what happened. January 2022 is the year where I turned 30. So January was my birthday month. So I basically made a couple of luxury purchases. 3 of them are luxury handbags, and this one particular luxury item has been on my wish list for about 2 years now. I've been trying to hunt it down through the Chanel boutique. Unfortunately, not the lucky one. So alternatively, I decided to seek this item from the reseller. So I got this Chanel mini squared pearl crushed from a reseller that I met on a website called pushmark.com. It's a Canadian website. There was basically 2 sellers at the time. It was just about a week ago. So there was only 2 resellers at the time that has this item, and one of them is reselling for $7,000, another one for $8,000. The reason why it's being so expensive on that website is, number one, the website takes 20% when an item has been resold through them, and they are responsible for handling and authenticating the items before shipping it to the buyer. As an alternative way to save money on that website, I know that you can basically meet the seller in person here in Canada, Ontario, Toronto, and then just basically do the transaction privately, cash. So mistake number 1 I did is that I chose the cheaper option. I decided to meet the person instead of purchasing it from the website. And secondly, I was too naive, and I trust people a lot. Doesn't matter, because the whole thing back and forth, to me, it was just like, okay, looks like she's so babying the handbag, like she wouldn't sell this bag even though it's been used. And she said that she purchased it from Paris about 2 years ago in 2019, and that she basically has used it a couple of times. She bought it from the Europe for $3,500, and then so if she wants to sell it, then she's only going to sell it at 6,300 Canadian dollars, which I totally understand, just because this bag is so hard to find. I would totally understand why she wanted to sell it at a much higher price than what she paid for retail. So I trusted her. And secondly, she said that she's got the full set, ribbons, box, receipts, and this is what I got when I met her in person. So I know that there was dust bag, authenticity card, receipts from Chanel boutique. However, I trusted the person, and basically I rushed the transaction. I really didn't even spend my time to authenticate the bag. If I were to pay close attention, I would have noticed that the receipts seem to be a little different than what I have from the Canadian store. I brought another authenticity card from my other collections just to compare, but the card looks good, but then I didn't check all the other little details. So a couple of things for you guys to pay attention to if you are actually buying it from resellers. Even the professional resellers, sometimes they could be selling you fake items. So a couple of things to look out for is number 1, this is what my store has told me, the person who authenticates the bag, who has taught me. So basically, you have to take a picture of this interior logo here, like this. It says Chanel here. You have to take a close picture of it, and then the one I'm gonna show you a picture with the authentic picture, and then the one that I have here, because this is only the professional who knows the trick how to authenticate. Also, the chains. So I could have, I was like, after I took it home, I basically started using it right away. I've noticed that this chain here is slightly different than what I have on my small mini vanity, because the chain, even though it's small, even though it's got a ball here, it's very easy for me to adjust on the other one. So this one here was a little bit difficult, and I thought, you know what, maybe it's just a Chanel quality issue. Didn't pay close attention. But then a few days later, I thought, you know what, since I already paid the money, I might as well just get it authenticated just to have a peace of mind. So I first sent this back to Real Authentication, and for those of you who want to buy from a reseller or secondhand, I highly recommend you to use this website first, because you can basically ask the seller to provide you all those required photos and have them authenticate for you first before you making the purchase. And the authentication result, usually you can choose from within an hour to a day. So the result could be really quick if you want to make a quick, transaction with somebody. So I highly recommend that website. But this was first sent to that website, and about a day later it came back as a counterfeit. So I got scammed. I paid $6,300 for a bag that I loved so much and been wanting to add to my collection, but then I got scammed and I lost $6,300. Basically, tried contacting the seller. Of course, she didn't answer my call. She blocked my phone technically. And because it's a cash transaction, there's no way I can bring her to court. So it's okay. I guess a lesson learned. The only concern I have right now is, what should I do with this bag? This fake item, the only fake bag in my collection. What would be your suggestion? Do you guys think that I should sell it? Maybe as a counterfeit item at a much lower price, or should I just hold on to it and just use it? My friend, because basically this bag, it's a really, really good high quality counterfeit. So technically, I don't think you can tell from the camera. It's only the professionals, when they take close up and authenticate the bag, that they can tell it's a fake one. But the purpose of me buying this bag is to have them in my collection and keep them for a long time. It's not just for the fashion or the trend purpose. I really, really like this bag, and I probably will continue to hunt down a real one as soon as possible. But as of right now, I'm stuck with this bag and I don't know what to do with it. If you guys could be kindly suggest me what you think, that will be really, really appreciated. It's just a sad story, and I really wish that none of you have to go through this. And if you really have to do a transaction like this, just make sure that they're willing to give out their personal information, address, driver license, just so that you can have more proof and you'll be able to find this person if you find anything, any problems with your bag purchase. On a side note though, before I venture out with this person and buying this purse, I was actually searching also on Kijiji, but so just keep in mind, there's so many, because this bag is so hard to find, there's so many counterfeit right now in the market. So I went on to Kijiji too, and there's also few bags that's selling for $5,000. So if it's selling under market, trust me, it's not the real one. This one, the reason it caught me is because it's selling at a much fair market value. That's probably the only reason. Otherwise, like this bag, because I'm not the profession, so I was too naive to have it authenticated before paying it. So lesson learned, and I hope you guys learn from my mistake and do not make the same mistake as I do. Always authenticate the bag through Real Authentication. I like that service, because as soon as I got this item result back, basically I was like questioning, is this website real? Is this website legitimate? So I sent in my another authentic bag to have it authenticated, and the result came back as authenticated. So use that website before making a purchase. I highly recommend it. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye for now.